Dr. Apoorva Palkar is the founding Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra State Skills University with over 29 years of experience in higher education and a strong focus on innovation, startups and mass skilling initiatives. Before we go deeper into it, let's see what Sri Narendra Modi wants to say about Dr. Apoorva Palkar.
शिक्षा क्षेत्र में भी महाराष्ट्र में महिलाएं नेतृत्व कर रही है। महाराष्ट्र हेल्थ यूनिवर्सिटी के कुलगुरु के रूप में लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल डॉक्टर माधुरी कानिटकर जी नेतृत्व कर रही है। महाराष्ट्र के स्किल्स यूनिवर्सिटी के पहले कुलगुरु के रूप में डॉक्टर अपूर्वा पालकर जी नई पहल कर रही है। ऐसे कितने ही बड़े और बहुत जिम्मेदार भरे पद हैं जहां महाराष्ट्र में नारी शक्ति अपने श्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन कर रही है। इनकी सफलता
Congratulations to Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra State Skills University and Chairperson AICTE's All India Board of Vocational Education, Dr. Apoorva Madam, on the well-deserved recognition from Prime Minister Modi ji during his speech in Palkar on August 30th, 2024. Madam, your leadership as the Honorable Vice Chancellor of MSSU and your efforts in spearheading various skill initiatives are truly commendable. Under Dr. Palkar's leadership, MSSU has emerged as a top-ranking institution fostering skill development and entrepreneurship. She has held key leadership roles, including Director of Innovation at Savitribai Phule, Pune University, and has been instrumental in forging over 100 collaborations with universities, governments, and organizations. A former national president of the Association of Indian Management Schools, she has also contributed to education policy and global higher education projects. A startup specialist and renowned researcher, Dr. Palkar has spearheaded numerous initiatives driving linkages between academia and industry. Together, you are inspiring a new generation of leaders and driving meaningful change. Wishing you a continued success in your impactful initiatives. Ma'am, we are most privileged to have you here with us on this special day. We now request you to deliver the summit into address.
Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, our mentor, Guru, Dr. Indira Parekh, ma'am, Dr. J.C. Joseph, Dr. Meena, Dr. Sarunke, who has been a force behind a lot of women that we see here in this room and in AIMS, who is here and who has accepted gracefully to come in spite of his very busy schedule. Dr. Nandgopal, Dr. Radha, Dr. Indu, Dr. Pramod, I don't know whether he's here or not, Dr. Neelu, Romitra, my very dear friend, Amishi Arora, all the other women leaders who have come here today from different parts of the country, and 30 women participants today who have joined here to listen to all of us. Indeed, it is a great honor, privilege that AIMS for the first time decided that we should have a Women Leadership Summit. And it's really been a great initiative under the aegis of AIMS that we are doing this. And once this was said in the board meeting, literally Indu took this very, very seriously. So did I. I felt very bad that in one of the board meetings when this matter was discussed, I was absent. And I kept chasing Indu, what happened in the meeting and where are we taking this summit to? Probably this is a feather in the cap because we are at the right time that we are talking about this in this country, where we are supposed to move from in the ladder from ranking number 5 to number 3 globally from the economic perspectives. And when we speak about the economic perspective, I'm really excited to speak about the fact that we talk of a population of this country where 49% of them are women and 51% are men. And when we look at the statistics of number of women getting into the formal workforce, the statistics is only barely 10 to 11% of women who get into the workforce. So there is a huge gap between people actually getting into the formal workforce and the population that really exists. I think this is a huge challenge for all of us. AIMS has taken this step not only today, but I'm also happy to share here, while one of our colleagues, Dr. Anil, when he was the president of AIMS, and at that time I was leading the Atma, we in the board had taken a decision of bringing down and slashing down the fees for women for the forms of Atma to 50% of what the normal people were giving. It is not that 650 rupees would make a difference in the life of people, but it is about the motivation that women receive by seeing such initiatives which help them to get into mainstream professional education. For us, the biggest challenge today is to get more and more women into not only the formal education, but also tracking them through if they really join the workforce. And after joining the workforce, do they quit in between or do they reach the leadership level? And in the leadership level, are they really becoming the change makers? So these are the 4 steps for women, as I envisage, in the lifespan, where we see that there's a lot of dropout that really happens at all the stages. And when we speak of the dropouts at different stages, for all of us, everyone's career, we all go through different stages of our careers. The first stage of our career is where we try and explore, we try and establish ourselves. Men, women both do that. But when the women are just about doing that is the time when the first break comes, and that break is the maternity leave break. All of us have gone through that. I went through that myself. I took a break of 3 years when I had my child, and I think our generation was fortunate because we married early, we had our children early, but now things have changed. For women, this typical break comes at the mid stage of your careers. And when you're at the mid stage of your career, it becomes really challenging for people to leave the job. The second stage where women tend to move out is when I say that you are at somewhere established and moved from the mid-careers to somewhere in the leadership role, when typically Indian context people have the board exams of their kids, is where you tend to move out. And the third and the last stage is where you have elderly parents and you have to take care of them. This doesn't happen globally, but this is an Indian phenomena that really happens. So at all the stages, what is it that organizations like AIMS could really do to help support, promote the concept? Individually, a lot of leaders are sitting here, and all of us have contributed in our own ways, informally or formally. When I went and joined the university for the first time as the founding vice chancellor, the first program that I launched was the program for women. These were women who had taken a break of 2 to 5 years for family reasons. And we ran a program in partnership with Persistence System. So that became a very formal structure where all of them, and this kind of excitement that was there, more than 700 women actually applied for the program, of which we were able to take only about 15 because there were only 15 vacancies in Persistence System that time. Plus also, there were other parameters because with a longer break, women tend to move out of the whole circuit of even the confidence level that goes down. It's not about the learning abilities, but it is also about the confidence that goes down for a lot of women. And I'm very happy to share that all of them are now working successfully in Persistence System in Bangalore, in Pune, and various other, Nagpur and other cities. But these are formal structures which have emerged. All of us in our working lives have actually done that informally in various capacities. And while at the age of 35, when I became the director of an institute, the first thing that I did was try to get some of my friends who were extremely good in their academia and had quit work for family reasons. And I always give this example of my friend who was a MS Baroda University topper in BCom, one-shot CA, sitting at home with a small child of 2 years. The only thing that I promised her when she came to me is that I'll give you flexi time. And that is what excited her to come to work. And I said that as long as your son goes to the school is the time when you come and work for me, and we promise you a full salary. Believe you in me, the kind of commitment that I received from her and few more women who actually worked with me while I was leading this institution, I'm happy to share that 5 of them are leading business schools in the city of Pune. So it's about the small things that we keep doing every day in our lives to help and support women. In the 26th year of the operation of Association of Indian Management Schools, I became the founder president of AIMS. And in 26 years before me, there was only one president that we had, Shefali, before me. And after me, we've only had Sujata Mangaraj. So there have been so many efforts which are taken by past presidents. In fact, it will be unfair on my part and my speech will be incomplete if I don't give the credit of my coming into AIMS to Dr. Uday Salunke. I tell this as a fact publicly to everyone that I got into AIMS only because there was a motivation that came from a male member who felt that I had some spark in me, and he actually, Neelu, came in only thanks to Dr. Salunke that he pushed all of us, saying that, oh, women power, and this is not of what we're talking of today or yesterday. I came in some few years back, and he pushed us into, taking up roles, responsibilities. We took roles and responsibilities, started working for the association because that time we felt that we were in an institution, we are leading an institution, and we were very happy and contented about what we did. So that contentment was making us remain in our own cocoons where we didn't feel that we should go to an association, work for people, try and reach out to a policy maker. For the first time in my life, I went to a policy maker. Thanks to the Association of Indian Management Schools, I did this. I would have not have done this, would not have got into this space. I would not have been sitting here and talking or standing here and talking to you, but for few of the male members who decided to bring a few of us inside, and not only bringing us inside, but giving us respect and giving us the opportunity to put our opinions and take up positions in the organization. Of course, a lot of water has gone behind for all of us. Now we have gone at different levels, but we can never forget that these were the few things that brought confidence in us. But let me tell you that associations like Association of Indian Management Schools have been working systematically to nurture women leadership from the business schools. And I tell you, we are the crafters of business leaders of tomorrow. And if we think that we are the crafters of the women leaders of tomorrow, it is essential and important for us to lead the way with an example of being what we are and what we showcase to the student community. Times have changed. When I started teaching in the year 1995, I taught a class when my age was only 26 years old, a class where 58 boys were sitting and only 2 girls were sitting in the class, to a situation now where 50% of the boys and 50% of the girls are sitting in the class in a business school. So this is the change and transformation that we see from the education perspective, but this is not all said and done. As I said, 8% has to go to 48% of people working and working throughout their lives. It is essential and important to get women out of their comfort zones immediately, because There is always a choice that a woman has, even after taking education. Should I be a homemaker? There's nothing wrong in being a homemaker, but it's essentially important that we also try and deliver internal satisfaction to our own selves and to the people that we belong to. When people say, wow, she is the one who is related to me, you feel really happy and excited about it. It's not about the financial motivation that keeps you going in your life, but there are many other intrinsic motivations that really make a woman of substance. And I feel this conference that has been organized by Association of Indian Management Schools in South India, when Nandgopal has taken a lot of initiative with Indu, Radha, all of them at the helm of the affairs. I think we will also make an appeal to the incoming president that every year we should have a platform like this where women would come, express their ideas. They will speak about the innovations, they will speak about the technological interventions that are happening in the workspace, and we would keep this as a platform where sharing of information by way of case studies and case papers and seminars, which is going to happen today and tomorrow, a similar platform continues in future. I'm sure we have the past president, Dr. Sarunke, and Nandgopal will take this back to the board, that we should also honor women and ensure that at least somewhere we promote the aspect of getting at least 2 to 3 board members. Not that we ask for a reservation here, but we are happy if at least 2 or 3 women can come on the board every year. And I'm sure in 34 years, if we have had 3 presidents, in times to come, we have more presidents who are women presidents. And this will be the forum that will bring women on the surface, and this will bring them out of the zones that they exist and they live in. All the best to Indu Radha for having created this whole thing, and I welcome all the participants, I welcome all the students who have joined this particular program, and I hope you take the best of it in next 2 days. Thank you.